Okay, so Bidvest, who could possibly be the bidder for its food processing business? And actually, just after 5 o'clock, Mercantile Bank announced that it's not interested, and it's now ended talks with Bidvest.
So yes, so Mercantile, obviously quite a small bank, bit of a fallen angel from the last era, controlled by that Portuguese state-owned entity. Pretty small, and nobody could quite understand why Bidvest would want to buy them, because you know Bidvest already owns that Rennie's bank, and they do that foreign exchange stuff. But you know, maybe they wanted to get a couple of the branches and some of their corporate clientele. Interesting, because that means Bidvest is looking to be bigger in the banking financial services era. While that's busy happening, boom, boom, out of the left field, here comes somebody who's interested in their food service business. Now that's a very big part of Bidvest. That's FedEx and Air Chefs and all those kind of businesses. So
Sodexo, which is a French catering company, might be an interested party.
Yeah, that would be the kind of party. But you know how these deals happen is these investment bankers who have nothing better to do go around knocking on corporate doors trying to get stuff going, because they make these huge fees from putting companies together. So it wouldn't surprise me, because over the years Bidvest has built up a very nice portfolio of food services businesses, not just the ones in South Africa, but also in Europe and in Asia. So it's kind of a global bolt-on asset. And Sodexo, I don't know that much about them. I mean, they're a big French corporation, and they would have a global interest in this, and this would be a logical one. Somebody else mentioned one of the English companies that's in this area. But I don't know, I mean, it's certainly an interesting dilemma, because people have wondered for a while whether Brian Joffe has the appetite to continue running Bidvest for another 10 years.
And we know that they've been very, they've been on the acquisition path, and it'll be interesting to see if they can start selling off.
Because that's their business model. They continuously hoover up stuff, and they have done that for the last 20 years. So, I mean, interesting to see now whether they become the target rather than the hunter.
Richemont at all-time high.
Ah, yes, my favorite stock.
You've got many favorite stocks, Paul.
We got into this one in 08 when everybody was totally depressed about the global economy and luxury goods. Of course, who on earth would be wanting to buy a wristwatch at a time like this? But they've continued to expand, and this is, of course, after they kicked out the cigarette interests, which we didn't like. So it's hitting an all-time high. It's around 45 Rand a share. You know, you could have bought them for 16 or 14 or something in October 2008. What a fantastic
So you can add
situation.
to your living annuity so that you can retire well in 5 years' time. End of an empire. I see that you got jotted down
I must
China.
just say that we must have another discussion in another day or two about this end of empire business, because I still think that even if the Chinese and all these other countries are going to now have their moment in the sun, that the US has got a lot of momentum and dynamism there.
DKDC, a new ratings agency, has come up with that.
No, that's my invention.
Yes, I know, I'm just
Straight
joking.
from my 13-year-old school kid daughter who says DKDC stands for Don't Know, Don't Care.